All right. So, happened to be sitting here. I guess it was a couple of days ago, and was watching other things about the industry. Some video crossed. I think I put it in my political folder. I don't really plot these out. As I said, I'd rather just be me, the camera, just posting what just as I feel, how I feel like posting. Besides, also been kind of working in the yard and such, and as much as I can anyway, and just enjoying the outdoors. Um, After being laid up for a while and then being able to, with surgeries and recovery and all that, and being able to move, be mobile, um, still really couldn't go anywhere, too much without being in pain or my cane or whatever. Just being outside in my sunroom or under my pergola with the fire pit and all that. But anyway, so I've been working, doing as much as I can, working in the yard and just chilling in the yard. But still throwing a lot of videos, and it never fails. I need to stop watching YouTube when I'm laid up, when I'm just like recovering from, because it takes me like 2 days to recover from trying to do anything, in the yard or whatever. So I really need to stop watching YouTube. I guess I need to get more into Disney Plus at that point, so I don't throw in a ton of freaking videos in my political folder. But I've been saying this. I live here in El Paso, so I've been saying this for years. So a video came across my feed where it was talking about just lack of production being done here in the United States. And me, the girlfriend, and my friend who live here, who live with me anyway, we're talking about this whole mess. Talking about this whole mess. Excuse me. Because none of us are from El Paso. A lot of my friends here, I mean, I have a lot of friends and everything, of course, from here, but a lot of us that talk on a regular basis, we're not from here. And coming here and seeing how things were run here, and then NAFTA hit. And I had already been saying NAFTA was a very bad idea. It was extremely a bad idea. And El Pasoans were like, oh no, it's going to be a great thing for El Paso. And, right here on the border. And oh my God, it's going to be so great for El Paso. And then NAFTA got approved and it almost destroyed it. Basically, yeah, it almost destroyed El Paso. Factories, I mean, one company I was working for when I was working security at this particular time moved to Mexico. The company that my ex-wife was working for moved to Mexico. Farrah's closed. A lot of the meat packing plants, clothing industry. As I said, El Paso was almost destroyed. If it wasn't for Fort Bliss, El Paso would have just like died. It would have become just a town just hanging on. I don't even know on what it would have been hanging on from, but if it wasn't for Fort Bliss, yeah, El Paso would have just become a ghost town. And even then, a lot of my friends, I was going to Western Tech at this time, getting my degree in microcomputer technology, and most of my friends that graduated with me left. Moved to Houston, moved to LA because there were no jobs here. As I said, El Paso just it just fell by the wayside when NAFTA hit. So I would have to look through my political folder. As I said, I don't really plan these out, and I'm glad I don't. As I've said in pretty much a lot of my videos, I like being real. Just talk, just straight up talk. None of this BS of planning things out and scripts and all edits and all this bullshit. And I like what people have said, like the Creaky Blinder or whatever the fuck his name is. It's one of the people I do follow that's anti-flat earth and everything. So he's got great videos. But when they try to say, oh, you're just being lazy, I've got the time. I've got the cameras. I've got the materials. I've got the studio equipment. I've got the stuff to do all of that shit. I've got the programs to edit and do all that crap. I don't care. When I talk to my friends, when I get into to debates with, just people, I'm not sitting here going, hey, hold on. Let me go to my car and get my index cards and my flash notes and, and everything and bullshit. No, I'm just going to talk to you who I am. And this is the way I do my videos. I don't want to plot shit out. I just want to talk. And so this video by Young Ripa 59, who I do love a lot of his videos, came across, and he is a libertarian. That's what but I'm one of those people, I will vote for who's best for the job. These one party people are stupid. It's fucking stupid. I'm just going to vote Democrat for the rest of my life. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. It's who's best for the job. I mean, do you use that mentality in the real world? Do you just give the job to your favorite friend, which of course, yeah, we know how that happens. That's how you get cliques in school and high school and all that crap, is because, oh, well, yep, she's the popular person. We're just going to give it to her, even though she's probably not best for the job. So obviously we know that's not how the real world should be run, as far as just giving it to your friends and, this is my bet. I'm even that person when it comes to marriage. For example, there was a discussion with my former brother, my former best friend that we've known since childhood. It's him and his wife, or anyway, so it's a NASCAR race that's going on. And I think it was Tony Stewart who deliberately wrecked somebody to win this particular race. And it infuriated me. I was like, that's how you win? It's not by racing. It's about wrecking somebody. I was like, should we do that in track now? Should we do that in track? Should we do that in horse racing? That, instead of actually winning the race on the merits of the race, we're going to start tripping and hitting people and throwing elbows like this is death race and shit. Now, if you want to do death race, we could do that kind of shit. But this is supposed to be racing, and it pissed me off. And, she was like, well, that's the way racing is. That's not racing. That's the reason why they have rules for that stuff. That's the reason why people have gotten black flagged, because it's against the fucking rules to do that shit. And anyway, so Dave ended up siding with her. He even said, I know she's wrong, but she's my wife. Fuck that bullshit. No. If you're wrong, you're wrong. There is just no... I've never believed in that bullshit, ever. So the same thing with the one-party system and bullshit. I'm just going to vote Democrat. Okay, but this person, Joe Rogan, that's right, it was Joe Rogan, who was talking about that he would vote for Donald Trump, and it pissed off all these people. And he goes, I'm sorry, but these people aren't better than Donald Trump. Why the fuck would I vote for them just because? And people on Twitter and everything blasted him and shit about it. And I was like, really, people? He's right. And so other people who were posting about it, I think it's The Quartering, who it was an episode of his. He goes, are y'all serious? He's telling the truth, but y'all don't want to hear the truth. You would rather just stick to the party, even though they're not the best for the job. And here's my thing. And when with all these idiots that want to come out and go, well, we hate Donald Trump, so we're just going to vote for the other guy. I've even had this discussion with people. Do you think this person's better for the job? No, but I hate Donald Trump. What? What the fuck are you now saying to me? You know this person is not better for the job. You know they're a fucking tool, but you're going to vote for them. Do you want this ship to sink? I really do not understand these people. You would hello, this is the country we live in. That whole metaphor of, the sinking ship. This person is doing a great job, and because you hate them, it doesn't matter how good of a job they're doing. You'd rather vote Gilligan to run the ship because you hate the skipper. It's like, oh my God. Yes, we know Gilligan's an idiot, but we really hate the skipper. Dude, motherfucker, we're on the ship too. we're on here also. It's not, if the country fails, you do realize we're going to fail as a whole, right? I'll adjust my camera here because it was kind of bugging me. As I said, I'm still feeling things out, with the new camera and all that stuff. But I really do not understand these people. I truly don't. Because when Donald Trump was even running, I had arguments with a lot of friends over, is what he's saying wrong? No, what he's saying is fine. Everything that they were arguing with me had nothing to do with running the country. No. Everything that they were arguing had to do with just the fact that they hated Donald Trump. As I said, it had nothing to do with the actual running of the country. It just had to do with how much they hated it. I'm telling you, I was at a loss for words. I could not understand it in the least. I really couldn't understand it. It made absolutely no sense to me. Well, because he's a womanizer and he's cheated on his wife. What the hell does it have to do with the country? Oh, and he said about grabbing a woman's pussy. Again, he didn't do anything. He just locker room talk. What does it have to do with running the country? Oh, he's gone bankrupt a couple of times. Do you know his success rate? Do you know his actual success rate? You're only bringing up the companies that went bankrupt. You're not even talking about his success rate. I mean, let's take a football season for that matter. Okay, they have a winning season. Oh, but we're only going to talk about the games they lost, though. Yeah, but they made it through the playoffs. They made it to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl, but we're only going to focus on the games that they lost. That's these fucking Democrats, these one-party idiots. But anyway, as I said, NAFTA fucked up El Paso bad. If it was not for Fort Bliss and the BRAC report that expanded Fort Bliss, that brought in all of this money. I've had people that I've gotten into arguments with that we hate the military, we hate the military, we hate the military. Do you know if it wasn't for Fort Bliss and NAFTA fucked y'all over? If it wasn't for Fort Bliss, what would you have? You tell me, Mr. Smarty Pants, what would you have to support El Paso? And this was a very intelligent person. This was a friend of mine. This was a very intelligent person. Had no answer. None. What would support El Paso to keep El Paso running if it wasn't for Fort Bliss after NAFTA? Couldn't come up with an answer. I was like, that's what I thought. But you hate the military. Anyway. So, dumbass, I swear to God, these fucking Democrats. But let's get into it.
What's happening everywhere else in America. America is a large body, a large geographical area, and you got to keep that in mind. But he's basically saying what his experience is. This is not working. This is not they need more supplies or what have you.
It's not adequate. Our mayors, our governors, I spoke to our hospital heads. They have to run big hospitals. At this point, they're spending hours each day reaching out to private contractors, to other countries even, to get supplies. So here's what we need. We need the president to invoke the Defense Production Act. It dates from this Korean War, President Truman, and the DPA allows a military leader, the military, to take over the factories and supply chains.
Martial law. Okay. Take over the factories, the supply chains, literally take over companies. Weren't they just like the whole time, just even with this impeachment thing, kept calling Donald Trump that he's a dictator, he's a dictator, he's a dictator, he's gonna be a dictator. Now they're literally telling Donald Trump to be a dictator, for the government to take over these companies and such. I know. I hear you. I know. As I said, I've had these arguments with people here in El Paso who hate the military. It's like, this town wouldn't even fucking exist if it wasn't for the military. This would be just a ghost town. You do realize, do you even know that you live here? You were born and raised here. Do you even know the history of El Paso and Fort Bliss? I did, even before I moved here, because I was a military brat. So, but no, we hate Fort Bliss. It's like, yeah, but if Fort Bliss wasn't here, this town would be shit. It would be shit if Fort Bliss wasn't here. The town is Fort Bliss because of the pass, because of dealing with the Mexican army back in the day, dealing with outlaws and everything, you know, this is the pass. So Fort Bliss, it was a logical decision to put Fort Bliss here. There was no oil here. Yeah, in the Permian Basin and shit. But we're talking going back in the day as in the creation of El Paso. It was some little village and whatever, but then when Fort Bliss came back, I've been to old Fort Bliss. I've been there as far as even learning more of the history of El Paso. But anyway, so let's continue. This guy, he's Chuck Dumbass Schumer, saying that the president should just be a dictator, which is what they would call him. It's funny. I guarantee you this video, because you know it's funny how these Democrats have short-term memory spans. Y'all notice that? They put videos out, and then when they're confronted about the video that they put out, I don't remember what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Sir, there's a video. I have no idea what you're talking about. I love those videos. Oh my God, I love those videos of these fucking Democrats. It's like, dude, I mean, Fox News has a field day with those videos of the idiots forgetting that they did an interview or something, saying something, and then contradicting it later. And it's like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. There's a video. What video? You know, it's like, oh my God. Anyway, okay, let's keep going.
And then the same person can distribute the materials, the PPEs, the ventilators, the masks. I heard in Michigan they're short of swabs, to all over to where exactly it is needed. This is what the president should do. I talked to him
is what the president should do. Okay.
And basically saying he's talked to, I believe he mentions Pence as well, that he talked to, and they're seriously considering this. I'm not going to play anything else in that regards. You just got the bulk of what he was basically saying, and that is, and he said it with such a straight face, which to me is just amazing. The state should take over the factories. It's almost exactly what happened in Nazi Germany. Now, I know that because we go look at these different fascist forms of government, Italy, or you know what happened in Nazi Germany, definitely with Nazi Germany, we're looking at people don't want to be compared to Nazis, right? Now I understand that. In a lot of cases, it can be a logical fallacy. But when we talk about what elements of these sorts of forms of action are, that's what it is. Now, I don't care if it's because a crisis or pandemic or something of that nature. This is fascism. Just call it what it is. It's fascism.
He's absolutely right. It doesn't matter. And y'all need to understand this. And I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to have people arguing with me. And I'm glad Young Ripa said it too. It doesn't matter that there's a pandemic going on. It doesn't matter about any of that. You end up having the government take something over. We're talking fascism, which is what happened in Nazi Germany. But it's for a good cause. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said the same thing back in Nazi Germany, too. It's for a good cause. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. And would the government relinquish because that power? See, there's the key thing right there. So take it over for the good of the American people, but would the government give it back? And I was military. I'm a Navy brat. Was born and raised Navy. Was married to Navy when I was with my ex-wife, and I was Army. So, and I deal with the VA even right now, and military and veterans. We talk all the fucking time about this shit. You want to know why Chuck Schumer, Democratic majority leader? You want to know why, or is it minority leader? Whatever the fuck, Chuck dumbass. Whatever, shoe up his ass. You want to know why we don't have a lot of industry and manufacturing here in the United States? Let me see. All the deals that we made with China and Taiwan and NAFTA. That's pretty much how El Paso, as we lived it here in El Paso. We lived the huge negative side of what happened with NAFTA. So you want to know why? I mean, because it's not just Chuck Schumer. Nancy Pelosi has also been saying all this shit of, oh my God, it's the president. It's the president's fault why stuff isn't being manufactured here in the United States. Wait, what? You do realize NAFTA and all that shit happened long before he was president, right? How is it the president's fault that we don't have manufacturers? Like, I'm telling you. But the people, you idiots that follow Schumer and Pelosi and Bernie Sanders and all and Hillary, y'all are fucking retarded. Y'all are absolutely retarded because they are spouting outright lies. And I've got friends that I'm like, do you not remember NAFTA? Do you not remember how it all came about and what happened to like El Paso and the United States as a whole? Factories closing all over the United States because of NAFTA and the deals they made with China and everything. Do you not know this or not remember? What is it? And somehow trying to blame, when the president made the deals, the tax breaks to bring companies back to El Paso. Here you go again with the fucking Democrats. Oh my God, look at him. Why isn't he giving these tax breaks to the people? Because without those companies, you wouldn't have jobs in order to give tax breaks to the people. Do you really not know how economy works? You need companies, right? Businesses to have jobs so people could have jobs, make money, so you get so you can give tax breaks so they can spend money. But if there are no jobs, it's like, oh my, Democrats are dumber than dirt. They really are. I don't understand it at all. They're trying to talk to him into being a fascist that they keep accusing. I know, T. I know. This is why I was sitting here on the couch. I had just turned on YouTube and I was watching another person that I follow, Praveen Mohan, this guy in India who does a lot of ancient archaeology, checking around archaeology and stuff. And I saw Young Ripa's video and I was like, oh, cool. He just posted a recent video and I'm like, let me click on it. So I'm watching it, nothing exciting until it got to the video of Chuck Schumer. And I was like, wait, what? Y'all keep accusing the president since he got elected of fascism and then telling the president to literally do a fascist thing. I'm telling you, T, you can't make this shit up. Obviously, it's real. As far as I know, it's not a deep fake. That the video that Chuck Schumer put out. As a matter of fact, let's see who. Let me back it up. I'm getting CNN. I'm guessing it's CNN. Looks like CNN. I mean, he's got it cut in the box and everything, but it looks like CNN. So this, unless CNN is doing deep fakes right now, my brain is like. When I saw that, I was like, haven't they been accusing the president of fascism? And now they're telling him to do a fascist thing. What is going on? We have somehow ended up in the Twilight Zone. That's the only way I can put it, is we have somehow ended up in the Twilight Zone. I can't even for the life of me. I can't even talk right now because I'm just going, what is going on? You've accused him of being a fascist and now telling him to do a fascist thing. And I guarantee you, this video will disappear. It'll go into one of those, like YouTube is blocking this video or Facebook is blocking this video. I guarantee if the president does exactly what they're saying to do, I've talked to the president, I guarantee if he does it, these videos will disappear and it'll be all these new videos coming out of, oh my God, look at this fascist. You seriously cannot make this shit up. Let's see. I know. I understand that. But if it wasn't for capitalism in some ways is bad. How much money do you need? These CEOs, like fucking Disney. I mean, making all this, it's like, how much football? I've had a problem. I understand that it's based on the sales of jerseys and things like that and stuff, but football. Oh, this deal for like $120 million over 4 years. What? Why? Because he could throw a ball? It just, capitalism in a lot of ways is bad. Like you have a lot of these videos that come out. These videos of, oh my God, these movie stars. Oh my God, I had a nervous breakdown because of the grueling schedule of filming. As opposed to the grueling schedule of goddamn teachers? Huh? How about that? How about the grueling fucking schedule of fucking teachers who make nothing, really, but they work much harder than you fucktards do, putting up with a bunch of fucking, oh my God, I don't want to work with that person, Vin Diesel and The Rock not liking each other. Yeah, how many teachers actually like a lot of their goddamn bratty ass fucking students, bratty ass kids from dumbass parents that don't even fucking discipline their fucking kids, and the teacher now has to deal with it, barely making anything, and their grueling schedule. A lot of most of the teachers I know paying for material, especially for elementary, paying for materials and things out of their own pocket, especially here in El Paso. But yet these movie stars want to make millions upon millions of fucking dollars for filming a fucking movie and talk about their grueling schedule. I know teachers work harder than that. And putting up, when they tell you don't work with animals and kids, hello, fucking teachers. And they ain't making shit. But yeah, in a lot of ways, capitalism is bad. I think really teachers nationwide should go on a strike. I mean, wow, look at these fucking the what is it, the CBA or CPA for the football players and all that shit, you know, or whatever the fuck that organization is, for the labor or union for the football players and everything and stuff. We're not going to play football, and everybody fucking panics over, oh my God, there's not going to be any football. Yeah, fuck that shit. Why isn't teachers nationwide should go on strike? This is my message out to all teachers. Nationwide, all teachers should go on strike. There's no way fucking movie stars and stupid ass performers should be making that much money talking about a grueling fucking schedule when teachers work harder for way less money. As I said, capitalism in a lot of ways is very bad. I mean, obviously these people are making this money because the dumbasses who go and buy the movie tickets and buy the t-shirts and buy the products and all that crap. So it's the consumer's fault on that. So I can't get mad about capitalism in that way. Because you hate capitalism, stop buying their shit. Oh my God, look at all the money that this person's making. Well, everybody stop buying their shit. Stop supporting their movies. Then they won't make all this money and the people, they could shut the fuck up. The country as a whole needs to go on strike against Hollywood, sports, all of that. Customers everywhere need to go on strike. We will no longer buy your products. We will no longer support your shit. We won't go to your games. We're not going to buy your jerseys. The consumer everywhere should just go on strike and teach these fuckers a lesson. But hey, I mean, I got my friends of Dallas Cowboys who, oh my God, the jerseys are so expensive. Why? They're a losing team. They're a losing team. They've been losing for fucking years. And yet their shit is so expensive. You know why? Because y'all fucking keep buying the shit. Stop buying. Hello? The Brown stuff isn't that expensive. Well, they're not America's team. You're not listening. You're not listening. Stop buying their shit. You're a fan of that team. They're losing, but you keep buying their shit. Stop buying their shit, and their ticket sales, you know, and jerseys and all that won't be so goddamn expensive. Seriously. Is Jerry Jones brainwashing you fucking people? Is that how capitalism works for fucking Cowboy fans? Stop buying their shit and it won't be so expensive. Oh my God. Anyway. Keep getting off. Technically, it's not really off topic. But yeah, I understand why a lot of stuff went overseas. Actually, a lot of stuff went overseas because these fucking CEOs and everybody else wanted to pocket more money. That's all it was. I mean, I love how the Democrats sold NAFTA on that it was going to be great for America. Was it? Anybody who would disagree with me, was NAFTA, was the trade agreement that we had with China that was supposed to be, as it was sold to Americans, so great for America? What was it great? Huh? As I said, it almost destroyed El Paso. But was it great? Was it good? These companies would not have moved. They would not have moved if it wasn't for the free trade agreement and everything else of those deals that they made, that made it cheaper for them. Because you got to realize they got to manufacture it, then they also have to ship it. The shipping is expensive as fuck. So with the whole NAFTA and all that other stuff, it made the manufacturing even less. so the shipping costs could be ate up. So if it wasn't for NAFTA and all that shit, the companies wouldn't have left. Yes, they would have been, a lot of the stuff would have been, what's the word I'm looking for?
Basically saying he's
Hold on, let me make sure this doesn't shut off. A lot of the stuff eventually, yes, how they have kiosks and everything's going into robotics and all that stuff, you know, now. I mean, you got to realize that's the direction we're going to go in. It's not going to go into human workers. It's not going to continue that way. Y'all do know this, right? Everything eventually is going to go into being into robotics and computers and AI and all of that stuff. That's what it's going to. So this is my warning to the American people, to the world for that matter. Y'all want to talk about caring about the people, give it another 10, 20 years, and I mean, look, everything's already going to kiosks and, you know, automated systems and ordering and everything, cutting out a lot of the middle person. It's getting to that point anyway. In another 10, and I'm estimating high here, in another 10, 20 years, there really won't be much use for a lot of humans to work anything. Eventually, I mean, you look at the movie Avatar. Pretty soon, things are going to go to a more virtual reality type. So, what is it right now that's going on? Because I've been watching a lot of the videos that deal with this stuff. A lot of performers are getting really pissed about these virtual artists that are coming out of Asia. That's about to go. It's growing as it is. That's the reason why it's becoming such a big complaint now. When I just saw something about, was Ewan McGregor or something for the Lord of the Rings, how they had to throw him an actual party because he was getting depressed because he had to work with a green screen. This was an old actor used to performing, and here he is having to perform to just the cameras and the people there and a green screen. And he was like, what the, you know, basically like, what the hell is the world coming to? This is what the world's coming to. Y'all want to complain about capitalism and shit now? Wait till things get more automated. Wait till things get more automated. And I'm actually glad I'm 50 right now. I'm glad. Because I'm on that downside of that I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. You people who are still in your 20s, you people that are in your teens, that are really dumb, really stupid, and keep voting for all this bullshit, y'all are the ones that are going to be screwed. Give it another 10, 20 years when you're in your more of your prime. There will be less jobs, less manufacturing as far as needing humanity. I feel sorry for you. I mean, look at what's going on right now where teachers are basically teaching from home. This virus is a wake-up call for people like me, where things are going to be where classes and things are going to be taught through the computer. This is a heartfelt message right now. I feel so sorry for the youth that are coming up. My grandchildren, for that matter. I feel really sorry for the future. Technically, I guess I could say I was a part of that, you know, with my degree in microcomputer technology and this, you know, the things that I've worked for and worked on. I could have specialized in pneumatics and hydraulics and, you know, robotics. I could have specialized in those fields, but I stayed more towards, you know, the line of networking and servers, and I stayed more into that line. The reason why is because I knew most of that stuff going into those fields were going to be severely limited because of the fact that more of those systems are going to become automated. So I was already ahead of the curve. You young people coming up, 10, 20 years, this will be much worse. Anyway, I'm done for now. This has already gone over for about 10 minutes because I wanted to make sure that that message got out, that it's we are overpopulated. We are overpopulated. Just people popping out kids like it's candy, thinking that they're going to be taken care of by our government with no jobs. Every day, less and less jobs. Every year, less and less physical jobs because they're all going to automation. I feel really sorry for humanity in the next 10, 20 years. There will be lots of welfare systems. I wouldn't be surprised if this whole virus thing is a culling. Why wouldn't it be? If you think about it, we don't need as many people. How can we get rid of a lot of people? Y'all think it's being a conspiracy theory, but it's something I would do. If I had too many people and not enough food and to feed them, not enough medicine to take care of them, not enough jobs to go around for them to work to take care of them, I would do it. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at the message, because it's something I would do. If you've ever played, like, let's say, not World of Warcraft, but the original Warcraft and things, those games where you have to feed your citizens, those type of simulation games, SimCity for that matter. What happens when you run out of jobs, food, water, power? People start dying. You don't think those are simulation games, and it truly happens because it's based on what would happen in the real world. You don't think that they're thinking this? I'm a sociopath, so I'm always thinking on those lines. But it's happened throughout history. Anytime throughout history where companies could not take care of its citizens, what did they do? They went to war with somebody for more resources and things. They wiped people out because they knew they couldn't take care of the people. You don't think that would happen in the modern age? Just because we got computers and automation and shit? Y'all are fucking retarded if you don't think something that has been since the beginning of humanity would not happen in the modern age. Y'all are retarded as fuck if you don't think that. Anyway, y'all take it easy. I'm not trying to scare people or whatever. I'm just putting out a message that is more than likely true. If I thought it, you serious that these fuckers wouldn't think about it? Damn, there's way too many fucking people. We need to call these motherfuckers. Y'all really don't think that? When I was in the military, we used to talk about this shit. We used to sit around and talk about this. Gamers, we definitely talk about this stuff. Y'all are fucking stupid if you don't think the government hasn't run those scenarios of overpopulation and what to do. Where obviously they're going to try and take the good route. Obviously that's what you're going to try to do. But if all else fails, what are you going to do? Who are necessary sacrifices? Anyway, y'all take it easy. Good night. I may do other videos. We'll see. I don't know. Go through my political folder. But I just giving y'all shit to think about.